XRP, the real ETF news. What's going on? What's really going on? And I tried to give you the news last night, but unfortunately, we didn't get 200 likes, 200 reposts. So I'm going to give it to you now. Here's the XRP news. All over social media, you're getting a lot of nonsense. This guy came out and told you something I'm going to show you in a moment, predicting the future to the second. He can't do it, but he had a good go at it. I'll tell you all about that in a moment. XRP, the real news. What's actually happening? Let's break it down. That you might notice the memberships have gone crazy. They have, because we've just announced a brand new exclusive VIP membership for less than gold. But gold gets everything as well in addition, so you don't need to downgrade. The membership has gone mad for our new Electron membership. I'll tell you all about it later on. Anyway, smash the like button, consider subscribing, and let me go into what is going on with XRP this morning and why it's not moving, and why I came live last night to tell you there is an ETF being launched imminently within hours. And if you gave me 200 reposts last night, I was going to come on at 1 in the morning and go live and tell you about it. But sadly, you were all asleep, so you snooze, you lose. So I'm bringing it to you now. So XRP, what is really going on and why is it going down? Well, it all started when this happened. This was released. What is this? This is a new ETF out now, right this minute. It's out right now. Rex, Osprey, Spot, XRP ETF launching today. Wonderful. There's the information. The ticker information as I printed this ticket wasn't available. It probably is now. However, is it good? Why is XRP not rallying? Well, there's a good reason for it. Last night, I put this news out and said to you, XRP, breaking news. Yep, it was all over social media. People were going crazy. This guy here was telling you exactly what was going to happen to the second. None of it was true, however. We're going to tell you the truth. XRP breaking news. It is indeed breaking news. We do indeed have an XRP ETF, but it's not quite what you imagine. It never is, really, is it? What is it? The Rex Osprey Spot XRP ETF is a spot ETF aimed at giving investors exposure to XRP via a US regulated fund. Oh, exciting! XRP is going to go up. Guaranteed right now. Spot means it's based on the actual XRP tokens, or at least the fund aims to mirror or hold real XRP rather than via derivatives or future contracts. The fund is being organized under the Investment Company Act of 1940 rather than under the Securities Act of 1933. That matters because the regulatory path is different. Some newer crypto ETFs filings have used the 1940 Act, which may offer certain structural or regulatory advantages. Timeline and status. The SEC declared the Rex Osprey Spot XRP ETF without objection after its 75-day period. So, it's scheduled for today to start trading on September the 12th. Why hasn't XRP rallied? Why is everybody going? It's all happening now. It's all about to happen. Well, some people really, really want to get views and clicks. It's not, however, quite all it seems. It never is it? Let me show you what this guy said. A few hours ago, he wanted to be the first. He was the first, the very first in the world, actually. Congratulations. This is what he said.
XRP is about to explode tomorrow.
Tomorrow. It's happening right now. It's going to explode tomorrow. Good journalism. He did manage to get some information that I'm sharing with you, but he jumped the gun. It's not going to explode right now. It's going to explode in September, October, like we've been saying for about a year. So nothing has really changed. So what's this all about? Why aren't you excited? Well, I'll carry on and tell you. Potential impacts. What is new?
XRP holders
Let me just
right now
pause that a second. Launching this ETF gives investors, both retail and institution, a way to get exposure to XRP through brokerage accounts rather than needing to use crypto exchanges, wallets, etc. That lowers friction and likely increases accessibility. It could increase institutional interest in XRP, potentially more volume, more price discovery, more liquidity opens to XRP to investors who prefer regulated financial products. All of that is true. However, if you already own XRP, you're going to get the rally anyway. Stand by, there's more. Much more. Risks and things to watch. Even though it's a spot fund, crypto is volatile. XRP itself has a regulatory history, lawsuits, etc. So there is regulatory risk. Changes in SEC policy could affect it and so on and so forth. The fee structure, early reports suggest the fund may have relatively high expense ratio. Here comes the first issue. It is true to say today that this fund is out. Do you want it? No, you don't want this one. This is like the, it's not like the VHS Betamax really, because Betamax was better and it died off. Today, there is an ETF out. It is true, this guy is right, but to say that it's going to explode today is ridiculous. It's ridiculous because the ETF out today is virtually insignificant. In fact, it's completely insignificant, hence why the XRP isn't moving. It did, however, have a little ripple throughout the night, pardon the pun. It did have a little ripple because people got excited and going, oh my God, I've seen it on YouTube and X. It must be true. There's going to be an explosion tomorrow. There isn't, and I've been telling you there's not going to be. I've told you when there's going to be, and we stand by that. XRP will go to $10, and the catalyst isn't the ETF. It's other things, like the Ripple Bank, for example. That could be we could have news of that before the ETF. This ETF that is out today is a very, very, very small, insignificant company with ridiculously insane cost management fees. Basically, somebody's trying to get on the bandwagon and say they've got an ETF, they've got XRP, we should all buy it. This is not IBIT. This is not BlackRock. This does nothing whatsoever for XRP. So it's great to get all excited and put all this information out. I'm not even going to read it because I've given you enough. But essentially, what's going on is bugger all. It is news today. It has got the world excited, but the fact of the matter is, guys, this is not the news you've been waiting for. The news you've been waiting for will come in September, October. However, I'm more focused on Ripple Bank and my connections with Bank of America. So now I'm going to give you the real news and what you can actually do to really win. So let me go over to this. This is our very own news provided by our very own proper journalist, Sensei, who doesn't just copy and paste stuff he finds on the internet, but actually stuff that actually is of value to you. So I'm going to explain in more detail now what to look out for when everything's going to explode and how it's going to work and why it doesn't matter anyway. Because if you own XRP, it's going to go up. You don't have to buy the ETF because the moment the ETF comes out, it goes up and you're overbought anyway. You just enjoy it by owning XRP. ETFs have different things. Yes, they draw in a regulatory compliant audience, but if you've already got the coin, it doesn't really matter. You don't want to get too excited about it. You just want to be an investor and own it when it happens. So in a few seconds, I'm going to give you a magic number. We're giving away $1,000 in XRP in 3 days' time live on the show. I'll give you the link to that at the end. I'm making this this is going to be a video coming out later. And I'm giving away 1,000 tickets on today's show. So you want to make sure you've watched this video to the end and it'll link automatically to the live event where I'm giving out magic numbers. And you're going to get 1,000 tickets today to win. And we're also covering the IPO of Gemini. So let me go into the actual news. So have you all tapped the like button? I hope so. Have you all subscribed? Ideally hope so. I know you have, because we've got over 100,000 subscribers and we're going about 1,000 a day on average. So XRP ETF, separating fact from fiction. It couldn't be more clear. Right, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to turn that up and put the memberships back on the screen, because we're about to announce our Electron membership and it's already gone limited and I can see it already happening. I'll explain. And the moment I explain it, it's going to sell out. I'm sure of it. So the XRP information you need. Now, this information I'm going to share with you now, not only is going to help you being a wise investor, we're giving you 500 tickets to win $1,000 for free. You don't even need to pay for the paid version of the newsletter. You can simply use the free newsletter. So I'm going to put the link to the newsletter right now in the chat. Here it comes. Everyone should sign up for this right now. We bring you news like this every day. Now, admittedly, the next 10 days, there's going to be limited news because Sensei is going on his honeymoon. But normally, it's every single day. You have news like this. So, fact from fiction. The link is in the chat for the newsletter. Get that right now. You get 500 tickets for the free plan. You don't even need to pay for it. And you can get this news every day in your inbox. And apart from the next 10 days, because Sensei is going away. Reports circulating this week claim that the first US spot XRP ETF is launching today. In reality, the product in question is part of a family of funds from Rex Shares Osprey, registered under the Investment Company Act of 1940. These vehicles automatically become effective 75 days after filing unless the SEC objects. In other words, I could set one of these up and I could have an XRP ETF. Because they're not going to object. It's just not very popular and nobody wants to buy it. And you shouldn't buy it. You should not buy this. This is a bit like yield max for those idiots that want to get free dividends. There's no such thing as free money. These vehicles automatically become valid if the SEC doesn't object. Well, some outlets suggested a September 12th launch, updated disclosures and reporting indicate the funds are now expected to list next week around September 18th. Already we have a delay. Not the same as Bitcoin's IBIT. BlackRock, very, very different. Although widely described as spot ETFs, these funds differ fundamentally from 33 Act trust model used for Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs. Now, this is the difference between doing your own research, understanding what the bloody hell you're talking about, and people creating videos that go nowhere, and people creating nonsense on X, telling you all about this stuff just so you click on their silly nonsense. It's all rubbish. This is why, and I'm going to show you this now, just for 1 second, because I'm extremely proud of this, and we should be. Not only do we have, oops, hang on a minute, let me come back to that. Not only do we have 100,000 subscribers, which is nice, we have been given from YouTube the official, trusted, authentic, genuine tick. This is what this means. Genuine, authentic tick. This is real information, no AI, live, proper information. Very few financial channels have this tick, and we have it. The channel in question doesn't have it. Most investment channels don't have it. Genuine, authentic, and real. We don't pay for this. We get this by application from YouTube. And we're not the only ones. No. Sensei's newsletter has been given the verification tick. Genuine, real, successful, lot of subscribers, real deal. Sensei has it too on his newsletter, and he's just won that from the newsletter industry. So I'm very proud of Sensei, and he deserves a huge thank you and respect for that. Well done, Sensei. Much love to you for achieving that goal. That's very hard to get, especially in the newsletter industry when everyone makes up rubbish. So it's not the same as Bitcoin's IBIT, the BlackRock IBIT. The Rex Osprey XRP fund is a 40-act product which allows exposure through a mix of direct XRP holdings, derivatives, and even other exchange-traded products. Rubbish! You don't want an ETF with derivatives. Why? It means they don't really own XRP. It's rubbish. It's nonsense. You don't want it. It's expensive. You've got the best thing right now. You've got XRP. Simply hold it, own it, enjoy it. Don't get into the FUD of all the noise of those trying to garnish their own success. But you might notice how we've been growing and other channels and other things just stay the same and they don't go anywhere because people realize they don't want this nonsense. Is this the first US spot ETF for XRP? Strictly speaking, yes, it is the first. Congratulations, well done. It is the first. However, it's rubbish. You don't want it. It's the first effective ETF in the United States that can hold XRP on a spot basis, but the structure makes it closer to a diversified fund. Derivatives with flexibility, not a direct analog of the iShares Bitcoin Trust. Why have they set this up? They've set it up to make money. You've got to remember, funds are businesses. They are even Standard & Poor's. The S&P is a business. It's not designed to sit around and help you make money. It's designed for the people that set it up to make money. It's a business, no different than any other business. It's designed to sell you the product so they make money in fees and all the rest of it. It doesn't mean you should buy it. It's not let's help all the XRP army and let's give them a spot ETF. No, it's sell a product ahead of everybody else so everybody else will pile in thinking we're great until they realize we're not. But it doesn't matter. We can make some money, then bugger off and sit on the Cayman Islands. Don't do it. It's rubbish, all right? But the structure makes it very, very different. Not a direct analog of the iShares. The major spot XRP filings from Bitwise, Wisdom Tree, 21 shares, Canary and Franklin Templeton are still pending under 33 Act, with Franklin's decision date now delayed to November the 14th. Those are the products most investors have in mind when they say a true spot ETF. So, what do? You make sure that you watch this show live every day because we're live. We don't make videos and tell you tomorrow morning XRP is going to be up based upon rubbish information. I go live with you in the chat, so I'm accountable. I'm not making videos. I'm not a YouTuber. I was voted by Elton John as the world piano man. I'm an entertainer. I'm an investor. I try to help people. Bit like the secret millionaire, but better, because I'm going to have much more than $1 million. All right? So at the end of the day, I'm here to help people, and Sensei does the same thing. So again, here is our newsletter, and I'm going to drop it in. You can get this free right now. You don't have to pay for it. There is a paid plan, which is far better, of course. It's 30 cents a day. Everybody's on the pay plan, but you don't have to pay for it to get the free tickets to win our giveaway. Our giveaway is free. We don't get anything out of it. It doesn't matter to us whether you win it or not. In fact, it does matter to us because it's costing us $1,000. But we just want to give back to our audience because to say thank you for your support. All right. So this ETF is basically essentially rubbish. And to know all of this, if you would have known this if you read this newsletter, which we put out every day, apart from the next 10 days, because Sensei is going on honeymoon, rather than the nonsense that you keep watching in your millions on X. God knows why anybody follows these channels. Follow me, follow Sensei. There's the real information. There's the X. And if you follow me now, you will get free tickets just by following me in our giveaway. The distinction explains why XRP's price response has been muted. Well, of course it has. Real investors know the bloody difference. A few people popped it up. You saw how it moved. Bank of America, or who I speak regularly, they didn't get all excited. They did some compliance at 3 a.m. in the morning this morning, as I told you they would. They did. I found out about that. They're buying more XRP, but they're not piling in on the basis of some silly nonsense that they heard about on YouTube. I mean, come on, think about it. The distinction explains why XRP's price response has been muted. Traders recognize this is a smaller issue, 40-Act fund with limited expected flows, rather than headline-driving, multi-billion-dollar trust backed by major asset managers. Until a 33-Act spot is approved, the game-changing narrative around institutional XRP remains on hold. Absolutely. Now, this is Sensei's thoughts here. This is Sensei's opinion. This week, Osprey Fund matters symbolically. It does mean we're going to get an ETF because there's no rejection to it. No, the SEC are not preventing this. It's going to happen, but it will happen when it's ready and it will happen properly. It won't come. You won't hear the news through a YouTuber. Technically, I'm a YouTuber, I get it, but you'll hear the news through me live after we've verified it with the institutions who are investing in it. Then you'll know it's real. Either way, you won't need to know what I say anyway, because the XRP will go up to $10, so you won't have to know. You'll see it. It shows XRP, because they'll be buying it. It shows XRP exposure is inching its way into regulated ETF wrappers, but investors should not confuse this with watershed moment Bitcoin saw when BlackRock's IBIT launched. The real catalyst for XRP will come when a 33 Act spot trust goes live with deep liquidity and institutional inflows. Until then, hype headlines aside, this launch is more of a footnote than a turning point. So there is the real deal with XRP today. That's why it's down. It's not the time to buy it, however, because you need the 3x built in. The risk to reward isn't there. The risk to reward when it was below $3. If you're buying it now, you're like, oh, should I buy it now? Should I buy it now? Well, it will go to $10. But crypto should have a buffer of risk. You don't buy it at $3 thinking it's going to go to 10. You buy it under $3 knowing it's going to 10, or at least you're averaging down to get it under, which is what I'm doing. I bought it at 347 as it popped, and I bought my first coins to give to you. Remember, it wasn't for me to invest in. It was for me to give to you for my giveaways. All right, so that's what's going on. All right, so there's the XRP news, the real news, and I hope by now you've all tapped the like button and subscribe, because I'm now going to announce in this is a video. I know you're all watching it live, but everybody else watching, this is part of a video, so I'm going to wind this up in this video. So if you're watching this later on X or on YouTube, I'm glad you've watched to the end, because we are giving away $1,000 in XRP in 3 days' time, live on the show. Not in some made-up nonsense. Live, our real money paid out to you live as you are in the chat. Okay, very, very good. I'm also about to announce to you our best, not our best membership, because gold, platinum, and sponsor is above this, but we've got an upgrade now from bronze and silver. Everything above electron is going to be included in this membership, but I'm going to announce it in a few seconds in the live show. But you want to jump into the live show to find out about it, but you want to know about the giveaway, right? You want to know how to win the giveaway. So now you've watched to the end, I'm going to give you the links above my head, down below in the description, and post into the comments when this video comes out, when I finish the live stream and I can do it. But there'll be a link there, and it'll be over here as well. There'll be a link to our giveaway, the live event, and the link itself to the giveaway, martynlucas.com/giveaway. We're giving away $1,000, and we're giving away 1,000 tickets right after this video. Come and join me. 1,000 tickets, 3 magic numbers, 1 right after this video now, 1 in the middle, 1 at the end. Add them together, you can get 1,000 tickets to win $1,000 in XRP. That's it from me. Join us every day. We're live, we're real, we're accountable, we're verified on YouTube, we're verified in the newsletter industry, we're always live, we're growing faster than anyone. We have 98% of our live viewers are members. We are here in the bear markets. We are here in the bull markets. We're here 12 hours a day, every day. I made a commitment to help people raise money for charity. We raised $4.5 grand for our first charity on this channel just a few days, like a couple of weeks ago. We're going to do millions for charity. We're going to go to 1 million within 2 years, 1 billion within 15 years. The real news is here. That's a guarantee. That's why everybody's a member. Everybody watches all day, every day. Don't listen to rubbish on X. Don't listen to people who think they know what they're doing just because they want you to watch their video. That's why they're not growing. That's why we're doubling our rate every month. Click above my head for all the links, down below in the description, over here and over here for more information. That's it from me. Stay right where you are. This is not really ending. It's just ending for you if you're watching the video. Take care of yourselves and each other.